Hello, fellow nonprofiteers. It is Wednesday morning, and you know what that means. It's time to take a break with me and celebrate what is good in the nonprofit world this week with What's Good Wednesday. Welcome back. As always, my name is Jamie Dingler. I'll be your host. I'm the owner of What's Good LLC, a nonprofit marketing and fundraising consulting firm based on the beautiful Eastern Shore of Maryland. I'm also the author of the itty bitty book of nonprofit fundraising tips for board members from a development director who hates asking people for money. I hope you'll check that out if you get an opportunity. Before we get started today, because we've got a big fat show for you, if you have something that you're celebrating at your nonprofit you want to share with us, please send it my way at wednesday@bewhatsgood.com. I also have a topic of the week section. So if you have something that you want to talk about or a question that you want answered about nonprofit marketing or fundraising, send that to wednesday@bewhatsgood as well. If you're wondering where you can find me, of course, always at bewhatsgood.com. You can also watch the show on Facebook and YouTube. At BeWhat'sGood is my handle. We've got lots of show, so let's roll right into it. The first one is I've actually got a personal What's Good today. I have the absolute pleasure of speaking with the board and staff of Channel Marker here in on the midshore of Maryland. Last Friday, we talked about board fundraising and relational fundraising. Channel Marker is an extraordinary organization here in our community. They provide mental health and wellness support for adults and youth with severe mental illness across 3 different counties of our area. I learned so much from our session with them. They have such a breadth of services that they offer, and it's truly phenomenal. They really give people the tools to live a happy life, a productive life. What a wonderful organization. So my What's Good is that I had the opportunity to work with these wonderful people and hopefully get them excited about fundraising and being good ambassadors for their mission. So congratulations to me for working with Channel Marker last week. Let's move on. Of course, we've got Shore Leadership next. Shore Leadership is a great organization here that fosters shared ownership and regional approach to regional issues through the development of a broad base of leaders and a network of private-public partnerships. It's such a cool organization. I know so many people who've graduated from Shore Leadership here, and they're just phenomenal community leaders. It's a program that occurs over the course of the whole year. They have instructional panels and classes and all sorts of events that really help them develop their leadership skills and become the incredible leaders that they end up being by the end of it. They kicked off their 27th year recently. They welcomed the class of 2025, and they awarded several leaders during a cocktail reception. And the awards were Leader of the Year, and that was awarded to Smiles by Holsinger and Higgins. They're a husband and wife team who orchestrated a free adult dental clinic at the Wacomico Civic Center in September of last year. They gave out the Chairperson's Award to Marcy Leach. She's the Executive Director of the Eastern Shore Higher Education Center at Chesapeake College. The Eastern Shore Future Leadership Award was given to Haley Leeson. She is the Vice President of Business Banking at Burke and Herbert Bank. So congratulations to all of the awardees, and congratulations to the class of 2025. I hope we'll get lots of updates as the year progresses on how everyone's doing, and maybe we can get some feedback from some of the participants about how it goes. That would be phenomenal. Next, we have Talbot County Public Schools, and they held their annual community partner recognition breakfast. So this highlights Talbot County Public Schools, but also a whole host of other organizations and businesses and people in our community that contribute to the local school system and help provide our local children with a well-rounded educational experience. And they say the school district relies on the entire Talbot County community in order to fulfill its mission, and that community partners share their time, talent, and resources with one or more of the schools in the county, and it includes businesses, organizations, volunteers, advisory groups, parent-teacher organizations, grandparents clubs, the TCPS Education Foundation, just so many different people from throughout our community come together for our kids to give them the best possible educational experience that they can. So just going to run through all of the awardees. I love doing this, very exciting. So we have the Talbot County Public Schools Community Partners of the Year for 2025. So this is for the district, is the Talbot County Health Department. For Chapel District Elementary School, Lightman Customs. At Easton Elementary School, another wonderful nonprofit organization in our community, Care Packs of Talbot County. At Easton Middle School, the Easton Middle Family Teacher Organization. At Easton High School, the Orthopedic Center. At Tillman Elementary School, Deputy Ryan Andrew of the Talbot County Sheriff's Office. At White Marsh Elementary School, AE Productions. At St. Michael's Elementary School, Card My Yard Easton. And at St. Michael's High School, Middle High School, St. Michael's High School Alumni Association. And then they have the TCPS Internship and Apprenticeship Program. Their partners of the year are the Talbot County Government. And then the Talbot County Public Schools Early Learning and Judy Center Learning Hubs wanted to thank another great organization, the Tillman Area Youth Association. So, oh my goodness, those are just the of the year people. That's not even remotely a complete list of all of the people that contribute to the Talbot County school system. So congratulations to everyone who was awarded a Partner of the Year award. And thank you to everybody who participates that wasn't recognized and with an award. You are recognized, I know, every single day for what you do for the kids in our community. So congratulations and thanks to everybody. Next, I'd love to go over to my friends at Rivers and Roads Consulting, another consulting firm in our community. They recently have been working with the Rock Hall Marine Trades Workforce Development, and they have been working on a feasibility study that actually was just featured in Chesapeake Bay Magazine. The study was funded by the Upper Shore Regional Council. It was a true team effort. Darius Johnson helped lead the writing of the report alongside Sam Shogay. And together they presented the findings to the Rock Hall Mayor and the council earlier this year. The study lays out a phased, actionable plan to strengthen Rock Hall's marine trades workforce, starting with the creation of a program coordinator position to build industry partnerships and connect workers with training opportunities. These efforts are really meant to support the future of Rock Hall's economy and grow the marine trades community. So congratulations to Rivers and Roads and to Rock Hall for taking this next step in strengthening your economy and making the marine trades community the best it can possibly be. This is probably the cutest announcement celebration that we have this week. This one is the Eastern Shore Rabbit Rescue and Education Center. They recently had their 5th annual Bun Run, which is the cutest name of an event I may have ever heard. It's a 5K walk and run, and they raised $6,000 for their organization, and which is amazing. But more importantly, they raised awareness for. They host this event after Easter each year because they want to raise awareness for the incredible number of rabbits who get purchased on impulse during the Easter season and then they get abandoned. And so it's part of their ongoing efforts to highlight, right? Rabbits are pets. They are not party favors, and it highlights the importance of long-term commitment and specialized care for rabbits. So congratulations to the Eastern Shore Rabbit Rescue and Education Center on a successful Bun Run, and I hope that you continue to spread that very important message, and hopefully our little rabbit friends will be well taken care of. So now we're heading away from the eastern shore of Maryland. We're going out into other areas of the world. Yes, my world doesn't just revolve around my home. I have the pleasure of reading lots of amazing news online, and people are so gracious as to let me share their celebrations with you, so we can all just feel good about the amazing work that everyone is doing, not just in our own local community, but across the country. And every once in a while, we get somebody from somewhere else in the world as well. Here we are headed over to Baltimore with Healthcare for the Homeless. They work to end homelessness through racially equitable healthcare, housing, and advocacy in partnership with people who've actually experienced homelessness. They just announced the launch of their new street medicine program, which is really cool. Their team works together to build relationships and to provide care where people are. Unlike an exam room where you see different providers independently, everyone on the street medicine team comes together and they're engaging different areas of expertise, and treatment and care are provided in a uniquely team-based approach. Congratulations to Healthcare for the Homeless on launching this incredible program. I hope once it is up and running and going, you will follow up with us periodically and share some successes with us. We would love to hear some great mission moments from folks that you've helped and whose health is improving, and hopefully are able to move forward in life because of the help that you're giving them. So well done, and congratulations on such an amazing new program. Next, we're headed to St. Louis with Save Our Sons and Sisters in St. Louis. They offer a comprehensive approach to workforce development, including job readiness training, resume building, interview preparation, and access to a network of employers who are eager to provide opportunities for career advancement. They just had a class of their Energy Jobs program, and they all just graduated. This is a 6-week course where they learn, train, and build for a future in the energy industry. Congrats to all the graduates, and best of luck in your energy careers. I hope to find some follow-ups and hear some stories, coming out of St. Louis of folks who were helped by this program being able to go into their chosen profession and succeed. Congratulations. So our final showcase of this week, our final highlight, is out of actually where I grew up, Montgomery County, Maryland, and a wonderful organization called Rebuilding Together Montgomery County. They're dedicated to repairing homes, revitalizing communities, and rebuilding lives. They just participated in National Rebuilding Day, and this is so cool. During National Rebuilding Day, they had over 400 volunteers that went to 11 homes in Montgomery County to complete free home repairs and revitalization for those homes, for people who need them the most. It's just such, when I picture all of those people coming together to help their neighbors and help them live, in better homes and help their living situation, it just makes my heart fill to the brim, and it's just so wonderful to hear. And kudos to you, Rebuilding Together in Montgomery County. Well done. What a cool day. Fantastic. All right, folks, that's it for our celebrations this week, but stay tuned for our topic of the week. Before we get started with that, if you have something to celebrate at your nonprofit organization, please send it my way at Wednesday@BeWhat'sGood.com. Also, as I spoke about in the beginning, we do have our topic of the week, which is coming up. And if you have something that you want discussed, or that you have a question that you want answered, again, send it to Wednesday@BeWhat'sGood.com, and I will do my best to answer that and help you be what's good in the world. All right, let's get to it. Topic of the week. When I was doing my presentation with Channel Marker on Friday, we were talking about how when we're approaching potential board members about joining the board of directors, Often we give fundraising kind of the short shrift, right? Because we are afraid that they're going to say they don't want to do it. And somebody also brought up the good point of sometimes there are people that say, well, I'll join your board, but I don't want to donate to the organization, which like makes my head want to explode, but that's totally fine. But it's okay. Like, that's what I want to talk about today. If you are approaching a board member and they don't want to fundraise for your organization and they don't want to give to your organization, you need to know that ahead of time, right? Don't brush this topic under the rug. Make it a prominent part of the conversation. It's okay if they don't want to join your board or you don't want them to join your board after the conversation. You don't have to have them on your board. Sometimes we think, well, this is a prominent member of the community. This is somebody, it would, look good for us that they're on our board. But what good does it do you if they're listed on your website and they're not going to be an ambassador for the organization and they're not going to go out and try and help you raise money for the organization and they're not going to go into their pocket and donate to the organization, which can have very detrimental effects on you getting grant funding, on, that could reflect poorly when you're going out to fundraise in the community, because why in the world would somebody want to support your organization when your leadership isn't even supporting that organization, right? So my message today is if someone doesn't want to fundraise for you and they don't want to donate to you, then just ask them to be a volunteer. They don't have to be a board member. Not everybody is a fit for your board, and it's much better to have a smaller number of very involved and motivated people who understand what their job is and are willing to go out and do the work that needs to be done than it is to have a bunch of people who their names sound cool associated with your organization, but they actually cause you more work and stress because you can't get them to do anything. So that was a very quick topic of the week, but I wanted to bring it up because it was pretty timely. It came up last week, and I thought a lot of people need to hear this. It is okay for somebody to not want to be on your board of directors. In fact, it's a blessing. So always bring up fundraising and always bring up the fact that they have to donate to your organization, and you will find out very quickly who are the right people for your organization. And that is our topic of the week. Again, if you have something that you want to share, a celebration or a question, just hit me up at Wednesday at bewhatsgood.com. And of course, you can find me anytime, and you can find the show, of course, every week at bewhatsgood.com. You can also watch it on Facebook and YouTube. The handle is at bewhatsgood. And you can find me on LinkedIn by my name, Jamie Dingler, or at What's Good LLC. Thank you all so much. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I'm terrible at self-promotion. Check out my book if you get a chance. The Itty Bitty Book of Nonprofit Fundraising is available on Amazon. It's a great board gift if you're having these conversations like I'm having with small and growing nonprofits about board fundraising. This might be a good book for you to give them. It's about 43 pages, and it's just the basics of what they need to know about their role, and then a bunch of actionable ideas of how they can participate in fundraising for your organization from the lens of relational fundraising. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me again this week. I can't believe we're already at week 6. Time flies when you're talking about what's good. Please join us again next Wednesday for another What's Good Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week, everyone.